Hey everyone, it's Amador, and today I have a mess on my desk. Here's the thing. Yesterday I was on Periscope, and I was showing how I was making my Christmas cards. Well, these are some of my Christmas cards for my crafty friends or my crafty YouTube friends, and on how I'm making them in the process and everything. And I didn't expect the video to be so long because I have all of my Periscope videos load to my phone, which is what I record with, for me to then post on YouTube if I wanted to. Well, the thing is, I didn't realize how long it went. So, into everybody, I apologize for it being so long. It was an hour long. I was on Periscope jibber-jabbering about these stupid cards for an hour, okay? So the problem is, though, I've been trying since yesterday to load because it was World Card Making Day. That's what it was. So, and I've been trying since yesterday to load that stupid video, and I keep getting an error. It takes too long, or just, I mean, I've been there waiting for hours, whatever. So I decided, you know what? I was so tired yesterday, and I went straight to bed that I was going to just go ahead and make a shorter version so I can post on YouTube. So for all of those that saw all the silliness and everything on Periscope, thank you for visiting. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the hearts. You guys are awesome. I was so encouraged to do more, so I'm more than glad to do some. It's just weird trying to figure out what you want to put on Periscope and what you're going to put on YouTube, and I'm just trying to clean up my mess. So let me show you what I'm making. I'm making these, and I may have shown them in a sneak peek. Now, these are 6x6 cards, and what I did was, and of course, I left my laptop with the things, but I will show you guys off of how I did it. I basically made, these are my, just like I did my iPad cards, these are flat, these are suspended shaker cards. I don't know what else to call them, so that's what I'm calling them, because the glitter and the sequins is basically suspended in the card because it's flat. So, and let me show you what I used. And also at the end of the video, you know, they asked if it would fit in an envelope, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it does. But then I went ahead and actually made an envelope, and then the ladies encouraged me to make an envelope liner, which came out perfectly. Hopefully, I mean, the only person that I know that makes magnificent liners is Laura, and I just watched her video with the gorgeous one that she made. She made an adorable card, with this kind of an idea. So thank you for watching, Laura. At least everybody, you guys, all of these people that I totally admire. And also one of the ladies messaged me on how I can share the files, because this is a cut file that I made. Well, I mean, it's not really I make it. I just basically put it together on my Cameo Silhouette Studio thingamahoozids. So basically what I did was I put this together, and I just did a rounded cornered square. And it says, Merry, let me see if I get one that you can see it better, more proficiently. It says, Merry Christmas, Merry, and then Christmas. And they're different fonts. So I made this design. And then what I did was, because this Tilda paper, oh, silly boob. Where's the paper? See, I'm sitting here trying to do this again. And none of it is, I don't have everything at hand. So what I used was the Tilda Sweetheart collection, because I love these colors, and I felt they would be perfect for a shabby kind of country cottage Christmas card. And then I used some of this. I used the greens out of this other collection called Autumn Tree. These are all by the our Tilda papers, and I got all of these at artatechsupplies.com. You guys, of course, I will leave a link in the description. And right now, just FYI, if you guys are shopping for this stuff, Tracy has this is her birthday month, and she has the entire store on sale, and with 10% off and clearance and all of this stuff. But also, if you use my my coupon code, please use my coupon code. It's called Amador. Of course, I will leave it probably throughout the whole thing here on the video. Just Amador, AMADOR. Boom, gets you an extra 5% of everything. So get on it, you guys. Okay, so I used that. Okay, so where am I? Okay, I'm saying okay like 500 times. Okay, and I almost did. So what I did was, because these are 6x6 papers, I put it on my Cameo mat because these are 5 3/4, because I'm making a 6x6 card. So I can use the 6x6 papers, and I just basically set it up like that. I duplicated and I set it up. This mason jar is also, this is just some font. This is called Impact. One of my favorite fonts, ironically. And the mason jar is one of the mason jar dies, cuts in the Silhouette store. And I just positioned them. I made one first, with the square where I wanted everything. And then I just duplicated and kept it like that. And I cut each of them. That way I was able to do the layers, the front layer, the face of it. So all I did was pop out the letters. And let me show you. I have this whole bag of letters of those, which I will not waste. I will probably make a garland. Marilyn gave me a good idea to make the longest Merry Christmas garland ever. And then I have all of these mason jars that were cut out of here. What I'm going to use these for is a banner. I'm going to make a mason jar banner. And I can use these for spring, whatever, because they're very good colors for that. Okay. So this is what I do when I make a large amount of cards. I will have an assembly line kind of style. I will prepare everything. Maybe one day do one of them, the other day do the other things. Here are my bases. I will show you how I have one that's plain. I have all of the bases. These are 6x6, and this paper is tan from Hobby Lobby. I cut out all of these, the lids, and once again, I forgot to show you what I'm using, which the main focus is going to be these little bug dolls from Tilda. And they come in the candy box. Now, the candy box has tags, flowers, several tags and labels, and several of these little bugs in different sizes. So it's 3 different sizes. The 2 are going to fit in a different card. And these, I had to create this face. I had to create this card so this big one would fit. And that's why I used such a big card. And these also I got at Tracy's shop, Art of Tech Supplies. So let me see. Okay. Okay. So I also used the same cut of the mason jar, of this jar that I use out here, to make inside plates, inside cover plate thingy-mahoozits, to cover on the inside because of where the bag is going to go. See, I'll show you right here, to cover the bag and all the messy stuff so you can't see it. And on the back, I went ahead and put one of these, which is 5.5 by 5.5, back here, so the background of the jar has a pattern back there, and it's light, and these papers are light enough that the message, just like it says Merry Christmas here, the message inside will be here. So enough babbling, you guys. I am so sorry. I'm trying to make sure I get everything in my little crazy brain in here. So like I said, I make all of these ahead of time. I have all of these. I'm making 23. So yeah, so let me see. I'll use this one. I used the blue one last time. I don't know, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna make all of them. So I'll use this one. I think I was just looking for one so it doesn't, so you can see the edges of the paper. Okay. So, again, this is a 12 by 12 paper piece of paper, and I went ahead and I cut it in half, 6 by 12, to make your 6 by 6 card. And then with my corner chomper and the 1/4 inch corners, I went ahead and chomped all of that, because this was already cut in a corner, and since this was a cut from the Silhouette cut file, it fits perfectly with the 1/4 inch punch. Corner punch. So here we are. So technically, here's the paper so far, and you could do it like this. You really could, in all honesty, truth be told, you could do it right there, but of course I like to overcomplicate my life. So what I did then is I placed the face of the card where I wanted it to go, where it was going to be, and with the pencil, this is very low tech, with the pencil I sketched here, I went around the line, and there we go, and then I have the line right here. So then I went ahead and just cut a piece right here, a sliver, because at this point what we're going to do is we're just going to cut it and maybe 1/8 of an inch outside of that line, and it doesn't matter how jagged, how funky it looks. Once you put the cover plate, the cover face of it, or the face of the card, excuse me, it'll cover it. So I'm just doing that. Oop. Coming back around. And this I'm going to be doing for 23 cards. Because that's kind of like, I just cut that off at 23. And then I'm going to have another design of these. Okay. So this is right there. You could have cut it easier, nicer to save that piece. Up to you. Oh, so once I punch out the letters, oh my goodness, I'm so behind on things. Once I punch out the letters, I'm telling you, all I did was I punched them out. Like I said, they're here on the side, and I went ahead to make it easier and faster for me. And if you notice, all of them have red and green. If in case that, because I mean, these are very country, shabby kind of, but I didn't want to overemphasize the Christmas on these. I went ahead and I just cut 2 strips, and these are 5 3/4, 5.5 strips by 1, and they fit perfectly because I did size the letters to be just a smidge smaller, like maybe 7/8 high, so I could just cut the paper. I'm trying to minimize the use of paper and everything. I still think of, you know, like how to save my paper, and all this is 1 strip, and I could do them in different colors, but I felt that since it was, the patterns are very country, very floral, and they kind of go into this next one, into the back pattern, it might be best to keep it 1 color so I can see it's Merry and I can see it's Christmas. Okay, so that's done. We're going to go ahead and now adhere the face of the card. And now what I came across was another situation, was because right here is so small, and when I use my ATG gun, it comes off on the sides. So I'm using wet glue for this side. I know it's overworking, but you know what? It's so worth it when you make cards from the heart. And I use this fine tip, which is the Scrap Perfect No Clog writing cap for a 4-ounce bottle, and it fits on this quick dry Scotch bottle perfectly. And I had to ask P what that was, because I was like, I'm looking for this. She's like, I know what it is. And she had to tell me because I had no idea. All right, so now we're going to place the card, and it's going to cover, and we're going to have about 1/8 of an inch of space on each side. I went off a little too much on this side, but it's okay. I can admit my mistakes. Okay, so here we go. We've already got the front part, and now the reason why I did that is because this is so thin, and it kind of helps support it, and so will the back part of it. Okay, so there, that's done. So now we're gonna open the card. And another thing I forgot to tell you, oh my gosh, I keep forgetting everything. What I used for the suspension part are these cellophane bags. These are 6x9 cellophane bags. And all I did was cut them by 3 3/4 this way, and then I put 1/8 of an inch score tape, and I get my score tape from Terry's store. It's StampsAlive. It's on Facebook, or it's a blog store. And what you're basically doing is making a little pocket. This is what's going to hold all your shaker stuff, all your sequins, your glitter, and everything. And so yeah, so I used that part. Now I still had such a big piece, I didn't want to waste it, so I cut another piece, and all I did was put that adhesive here as well. And you see how you can see it right here. This one has the glue already because I already opened it. This one just has the little peel-off backing for me to put it on the whatchamahoots, on the card. I mean, to seal it. So what you're going to do, and with this one you can use ATG gun as well, because you're going to go over it. And you see how it goes right over it? I'm going to now, and this time I will put ATG around all of it because it's thicker now, because of the face that I put on it for the front of the card. So I know that this glue isn't going to be going off on the sides of the right here, because you can see the blue right there as well. Okay, so, and I'm going to, might as well make sure you get it right along the edge. Okay, all right, so now we're going to just be above it and look face down to make sure that we are getting right on it. Okay, and I fell off a little bit. Okay, so now this is going to go over this at the end of everything. Now, if you see the little edges are have a corner, and I haven't done it to all of them, but this one I will, because some of them I think I made too long. But all I gotta do is just corner this, and then it'll go perfectly over this and cover it. So you're covering that little bag so people don't see your seams and everything. Okay. And this is just a 3x4-ish, 4x6 piece of paper with the cut there. Okay. So, and now that we have this in here, I guess we can also go ahead and I want to judge like what paper is here. Ooh. so you can see which one's going to show up better. And you know what, we're going to go with that one because I really like this one. Okay, so we might as well just stick this one in here. And like I said, all of these things will already be ready for you to assemble, making the Christmas card making less tedious. And if you do one piece one day, the other piece the other day, you know, you'll be done faster. Okay, so this one is 5.5 by 5.5. So you just place it right in the middle, and you'll have a 1/4 inch border throughout your the card. And see, like, oop. And now you have a background instead of just the plain cardstock. And let me see. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and add the sequins and glitter. Now this sequins, these are several little bags from Joann's that I got clear sequins, which I put in here. And also this jumbo thing of sequins from Hobby Lobby. It was $2.99 for 3.5 ounces. It's a lot, okay? So we're going to, and now what I'm going to do is put the glitter first. I mean, I'm going to put the items in there first because I want the glitter and the sequins to be in front of my, and then of course glitter gets everywhere because it's evil. It's pretty and evil. So yeah. And I'm just using these little wooden spoons that I forgot where I got because I need something small, and I actually went ahead and brushed them with a dryer sheet so they don't the sequins and everything doesn't stick to it. Okay, so you put as much of the glitter and sequins combination that you want. And the reason why I like this iridescent glitter, this chunky glitter from Hobby Lobby, because it goes very well. It plays off very well. It looks like tiny sequins of these sequins that I use. And this is the crystal sequins from, those are crystal sequins from Joann's. I just bought several packs one day and I used the coupon like 20% off of everything. It was like $1 or something. Anyway, all right. So now we're going to take our little doll. And I have several different sizes. Like I said, I made this one to go with that size. Oh, and why am I facing it this way? What a nerd. Okay, it faces the other way. Okay, so you are set. Now, it's in there and it's going to shake around. So all we have to do now is close it up. Since I bite my nails, I have to use a paper piercer to pull that score tape off. And like I said, that's the 1/8 inch score tape. And then I just seal it back up. And here you are. And like I said, with time, these sequins are going to fly back, fly forward. And I may have put too much on this one, but it's so worth it. And see, you want them to stay all over the place. Okay. So with these lids, I went ahead and I cut up 2 of them for each side, because when you open the card, you want it to look, you don't want it to look like a hole, you want it to look like a mason jar. Okay, and then I just, and oh, you know what, I have to put this on first. Silly goose. Okay, where is my, okay. So now that everything is on here, you're going to put this over, on this to cover it all. You're going to cover up the seams, you're going to cover up your adhesive, and make sure you do it the right way, because I boo-booed one of them. One of my samples, I had to rip it right off. So, and on this one, I'm just going to use ATG all the way. And if you want to put a little extra, that's good. Better safe than sorry. And, okay. And just check your glue to make sure that if you did go over the edges, you bend it inwards. All right. So now you're going to match up to the corners to make sure you get that. And since you have the same height, make sure you press hard, same height as the card. And if you did go off like I did, well, that's an easy fix. And there we go, that's taken care of on that side. And then we're going to go ahead and put the other lid, of course, make sure it is facing up, going up. So it also looks like the little bug is in the jar, and you can see the back of it. Oop. So You see, and there's a shaker. It's snow. It's glittery. But not only that, like I said in the video, Elise said it looked like a lightning bug. So I absolutely love that. And look at that. Boom. And it's flat. Okay. So it's already set. I have glitter everywhere. This will be the background. You can write your message here. You can use this in this space to write your message. And it is already taken care of. And that is pretty much the gist of my suspended shaker Christmas card, you guys. Sorry I wasn't able to load the video. But like I said, it was a 1 hour video. But there's a good way. I ordered these from Papermart, and that's a website, just papermart.com. And these come out to like a couple of cents a bag when you order tons of them. So, and I know Tracy does have some that are like 4x6. So those would be perfect to go this way. And then you just fill them this way, and then you seal it right there. If anything, truth be told, let me see. Do I have them right on hand? Yeah. Okay, look. These are some of the smaller ones that I have. So these are smaller. The lid's right, the top's right here. You could place them in here, obviously a smaller die, and fill it with whatever fill it on top with whatever you want. Obviously you tape it to the base. Bring it over, and then take off the little sealing pouch, the little sealing thing. Close it. Use one of these covers to hold it in, to cover it up, and you are good to go. You don't even have to add the score tape because this will hold it in. And especially once you bring it over like this, and then you put this over, it should hold everything. And it's clear acetate, so I mean clear cellophane, so it won't be that you won't be able to really see it. So anyhow, and then I use this. I use some of the paper pattern paper to do this, the envelope inside, and just to show you, look how flat it is. It's flat, very flat. I'm sure it'll cost a couple cents extra from a regular stamp, but it'll be totally worth it when you can say that you sent out shaker cards. And this is an envelope that I made for the card, and it's made with a punch board. And look at that. Look how flat and awesome that is. Super, super flat. Super, super awesome. So yes, and I made, like I said, I was supposed to make more yesterday, but I totally passed. I was so tired. See that? And I know that someone even said, well, would I use glitter for my shaker cards? But for these, you want to, because that way the glitter stays up. And you can see on this one, I put way too much glitter and way too much stuff. But then again, truly, can you ever have too much glitter? So yes. So there is it, you guys. You can easily use this idea with any other die cuts. You can actually just use letters. You can stamp Merry Christmas wherever you want. But this is a really good, easy way to use these cellophane bags to make shaker cards. Like I said, I don't know what else to call them but suspended shaker cards because they're flat. But look, seriously. And so I'm going to get cracking on making some more of these. Look at that. And I'm too lazy to make envelopes for all of them, so I'm going to go ahead and purchase the envelopes and they end up being cheaper when you purchase some of the envelopes. So yes, like I said, this I will use for something else. Go ahead and grab some of this paper at artatechsupplies.com, you guys. And like I said, if you do purchase things from that store, please use my coupon code, which is Amador, A-M-A-D-O-R, for an extra 5% of everything that's already on sale. And check out the channel, you guys. Check out Tracy's channel, Shy-Town Tracy. She's having tons of giveaways for this month because it is her birthday month. So yes, but thank you for stopping by, you guys. Like I said, sorry I couldn't load the whole video from Periscope because it was pretty funny. I do tend to lose my mind sometimes. So, but yeah, I just wanted to recreate this little how I made these cards so you guys can see. And these are the ones that I started making for World Card Making Day. So you guys, thank you for stopping by, and I will talk to you guys soon. Oh, and also if you follow me on anything else like Instagram, Periscope, anything, everything is always Amador Eros, A-M-A-D-O-R-E-R-O-S. So thank you for stopping by. Bye, everyone.